Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And honestly, I wanted to make a meal for y'all to share with y'all special person. And look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big old lover boy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So if y'all anything like me, this will be an amazing dinner to share with y'all significant other. But if you also like me, this can also be something that you can make for yourself as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started with some prep work. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wind up cleaning and then peeling our carrots, So once you get done peeling up your carrots, we're gonna want to just cutting the top off, our carrot top, right? And then so we're gonna want to cutting that thing in half, and then we're gonna want to cutting that in half because we're gonna want them julienning our carrots. The reason why we're julienning our carrots because we want those to be finely diced up, you know what I'm saying? So once you get done doing that, we're gonna do that with some celery and also with some yellow onion, you know what I'm saying? So now the grunt work is done. Now it's time for our meat, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we're going to start pulling out our short rib, and make sure you let it sit for room temperature for probably about like 15 minutes or something like that, you know what I mean? So anyway, go ahead and throw our seasonings on there, and then make sure you rub it in thoroughly, very thoroughly, you feel me? And make sure you use your cutting board as well to make sure you get every size of it, you know what I mean? And then usually I'll let it sit for an additional 5 minutes or so after that, you know what I mean? So let's go and get our pot ready, and go ahead and throw a little bit of olive oil in there too, right? And make sure your pot is nice and hot, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to wind up searing our short rib. And usually cooking stuff like this, I usually put the bone side down first, just because I like to think it helps with even cooking, and then too, on top of that as well, allows the fat to render off as well. So yeah, so I'm just going to start adding my meats in and stuff like that. So yeah, as I always say, when you're searing, you always got to make sure you have a hot pan, because without a hot pan, you're not going to get that color. And especially when you're cooking any type of beef or steak, you're going to want that crust look to it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so usually that takes about like a couple seconds, but since these pieces are kind of meaty, I'm going to usually go for like maybe a minute or so, and make sure that you flip every side. So once you flip the bone side, you get the meat side, and you hit the sides and then the top as well. And so pretty much once you get done doing that, you're going to pull off your meats and stuff like that, and you should start looking like this, you know what I mean? And then we're going to put that to the side, let it rest, and we're going to want to finish it and cooking it later on, right? So now we got this nice little pot full of all these nice juices and flavors, right? So what we're going to do with it? What we're not about to do is throw that away. So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding our prep work into it. So we're going to start dumping our celery, our carrots, and also our onions as well. So I ain't gonna lie, in making our mirepoix, I knew it was going to want to shrinking down once it started caramelizing up, but I ain't gonna lie, I underestimated the size of my pan. So I'm going to have to take some of this off because I did double the size of this recipe, right? So once you get done stirring up and let your stuff caramelize up, that's going to start adding some tomato paste to it, and make sure you stir it in really well. Make sure everything gets incorporated pretty well, right? And once everything mixes in really nice and well, that's when we're going to start adding in some flour to that thing. And this is pretty much just going to become a roux. So this is going to wind up being a binder to our sauce, so keep that in mind, right? So yeah, so once you get done pouring in your flour, mix that thing in and make sure you get rid of all the clumps, right? You want to, again, just like I said with the tomato paste, you want to make sure everything mixed in pretty well, right? And so once you get done doing that, right, so now it's time to start adding our secret ingredient. I don't even know why I said secret ingredient because it's in the title. We're going to add some red wine into our dish, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to pour a decent amount in there, and then you're going to make sure you stir that thing really well, right? And then you're going to let that probably simmer for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, kind of like cook off the alcohol off a little bit, you know what I mean? So make sure you keep on stirring it occasionally, right? And so if you wanted to dress to impress, you would make your own beef broth, you know what I'm saying? And look, bro, I ain't gonna lie, beef broth homemade is superior to like store-bought. But I didn't have nobody to impress, you feel me? So I just got store-bought, right? So go ahead and pour that thing in, and same thing applied. Just go ahead and stir it up really well. Let it simmer for probably about like 5 minutes or so. And now it's time to start adding our meat right back into it, right? And so yeah, so again, I had to like portion out because I kind of doubled the portion, you know what I'm saying? So once you get done doing that, add some bay leaves, and I threw a little bit of thyme in there to make it a little bit more fancy, you feel me? So now let it cook for about 3 hours, throw a lid on it, and now you got 3 hours to do whatever you want. All right, so a few hours already had this went by, and honestly, the beef still has to cook a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to be a little bit more time efficient, right? Now it's about time for us to start cooking our potatoes and whatnot. You can either peel these things or leave them unpeeled, right? Me personally, right? I'm gonna leave them peeled because for one, I want the extra nutrients, and then two, right? Two, I kind of also realized like keeping the peel on kind of helps keep out the moisture a little. So it gives me a lot more room to play with, you know what I'm saying? But honestly though, the biggest thing that you're gonna need when you're making these potatoes, unless you want those things to be chunky munchies, you know what I'm saying? You kind of low-key gonna have to get a ricer though. Now it's time to start cooking our potatoes. I'm gonna just poke a little bit holes. That's to help them cook a little bit faster and maybe tenderize them up a little bit, right? So make sure you throw them in a little bit of boiling water, you know what I'm saying? Throw a little bit of salt in there, boom, bam, right? You good to go. So now once this get done, go ahead and throw your potatoes in a ricer and start pressing them down just like this. And the point of a ricer is it's supposed to help them get a little bit more finer texture and more smoother taste, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I start throwing some salt, black pepper, and I ain't gonna lie, I went a little bit crazy on the paprika, you feel me? I'm a spicy guy, you feel me? Alright, so now start adding some melted butter, and the butter I'm using is the compound butter I use for the filet mignon. And then once you get done doing that, add some milk into it and start stirring it up, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you got enough liquid in there, so go ahead and add a little bit more milk if you need to, add a little bit more butter and season to taste. And so this is how mine came out, and it turned a little bit of a color because of the paprika, but it's still all good and dandy. So now it's time for our sauce or gravy, whatever the hell you want to call it. And all this is just the remnants of the stuff we had cooked our meat in, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and pour that into a strainer and start stirring up. And then go ahead and add a little bit of seasonings if you want to. For me, I just added some salt, some black pepper, some white pepper, and a little bit of sugar, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you stir it all well, make it nice and corporate, and now it's time to start plating. And this is how we looking, boy, oh my God, son. That thing looking divine and ready to be mine. All right, y'all, so this is how we got everything, son. Bro, you cannot tell me this thing don't look fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we got our gravy or slash sauce, where you want to call it. It's more of like a gravy, to be honest with you. Our short rib, and that thing, you don't see the bone, bro. That thing literally slid completely off of it, right? Our mashed potatoes that we had used our ricer for, and orange, we got this nice little, cool little orange reddish tint to it. It's because of the paprika. And if you look in the back here, we also got our like, kind of like our roasted vegetables in the way, you know, so with the carrots, the onions, and the celery. So honestly, bro, let's go ahead and dive in here, bro. Bro, look at that, bro. Oh, a freaking spoon, son. All right, bro, let's freaking dive in here. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro, hold on, y'all. Bro, let's just admire this for a second, y'all. First of all, right, this freaking, oh my God, this rib, bro, super freaking tender, bro. Like, it literally just melted in my mouth, bro. Like, as y'all can see, I was able to like cut it with a freaking spoon, bro. And then, and honestly, what brings it out even more is the gravy, bro. Like, it's really is super savory, bro, honestly. And oh my God, it just goes hand in hand with the mashed potatoes, y'all. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and try these I guess roasted like vegetables, I guess, right? Yes, bro. Again, like it's a little bit stronger. That it been sitting with the sauce way longer than the meat. So like the vegetables really soaked in all like the wine, the beef broth, and all of the extra stuff we added to it, but still pretty good though, honestly. Oh my God. But honestly, bro, this right here is amazing, bro. The meat flavors is unmatched, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, bro, I'm about to freaking demolish this thing and then go to sleep. But that's another episode of Donna Entree. Go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. By the way, since it's also close to Valentine's Day, for the people who do got partners, I'm hating on y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For the people who do got partners, put down in the comments what you love about your partner, man. For my single people out there too, put out there, like, put in the comments what you looking for in a partner. You know what I mean? But yes, bruh, that's another episode of Don Entree. Go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So you can check out the next video. And I'll see y'all to the very next. You know what's next, right? Episode. Boom. Son, I swear to God, bro, this thing right here, bro. Make this for your person, bro. Or make this for yourself. Because you know what's going to go down? You just gonna sit here and enjoy this food. That's what's about to go down. You need to start being nasty, bruh. Get your mind out the gutter. I didn't even say gutter right. I didn't even say it right the second time, bro. You know why? Because I'm salivating. Because of this food that I just made, that we just made together, you and I. We is together now. We is friends now. Yeah, we're having a staring contest. And you lost.